Hey my beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bettina and I am the makeup enthusiast. In today's video I am bringing you an extra special edition of my Chit Chat Get Ready With Me series. In today's video I am getting ready to go out for my birthday dinner tonight, and I am going to be discussing with you my 26 life lessons that I have learned in 26 years. And yes, I did just give away my age. I know. Some of you are probably thinking you're not that old, but I have to tick the next age box now on forms, and that hurts me a little bit. So I'm still coming to grips with turning 26. So I'm going to do my makeup ready for tonight. I think I'm going to go with like a bronzy, glittery, using my Stila glitters, like kind of smoky eye, but I don't think I'm gonna go too over the top with it. I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna take this just yet, because we are going out for dinner, but we might possibly be going like clubbing afterwards, so I kind of want to go glam, but like I'm going out to dinner with some of my work colleagues, so not too glam. Does that make sense? I'm just quickly going to actually grab some of my Bioderma and give my face a bit of a cleanse, because I do have like sunscreen on and I don't really want to have sunscreen on. I'm not quite sure if we're going to be taking any photos or anything, but I kind of want to avoid any kind of flashback from my sunscreen, and then I'll slap a little bit of moisturizer on. So I'm just going to use my hairpins. I did get my hair done this morning, that's why it looks all nice and curled, way better than anything that I would ever be able to do. But my hairdresser did kind of put some, I'm not sure whether you're going to be able to see, oh yeah, you can see it, some foils through. So I've kind of got these little like flecks of bright poppy like violet coming through, which I'm really digging. But I do have a little bit of hair dye hairline, so I'm gonna see if maybe we can hide that with some foundation, or whether maybe some Bioderma might be able to get it off for me. So I'm just going to pin my hair back. This is one of the problems with having very pale skin, is when you go to the hairdresser, get your hair dyed, you end up with really bad dyed skin. This happens to me every single time, no matter what hairdresser I go to. And I don't like I don't want to come home and wash my hair straight away, otherwise the dye is going to fade really quickly. Like, it hasn't had time to stick into my hair, so yeah, I just kind of deal with it and it eventually comes off. I am just going to throw on some lip balm. I'm just using the Nuxe Reve Miel. I also got my eyebrows done yesterday, so now I feel like a sexy mofo again. So I'm going to start with eyes. I'm going to zoom in. I'm trying kind of a new setup. We're gonna do some playing around over the next couple of weeks and trying to improve what's happening here on this channel. Firstly, I'm just taking my Too Faced Shadow Insurance and I'm just going to pop that on my eyelids as a base all the way up to my brow bone. First of all, I'm going to go in with my little mini Smashbox palette on my Sigma tapered blending brush just into this color here, and I'm just going to set my Shadow Insurance. I'm really trying to use this palette more at the moment because it is in my project pan. If you haven't seen that, I will leave it linked up in the corner. I'm just taking my MAC 217 and I'm going in with this color here, and I'm just popping this in my crease just to carve that out. So 26 life lessons in 26 years. What have I learned in 26 years? I've made a little bit of a list. I'm just popping that in my crease and then slightly above. My first life lesson, which a lot of you are probably going to disagree with, and that is, I have discovered that Pomeranians are the best dogs ever. They are so good. Pomeranians they just melt my heart. They're the cutest little fluffiest balls of joy. They get so excited and happy. Just like wiggly little worms. I mean, they can get attitude as well, but they're just so worth it. I love my two boys. Mr. Sherlock is just the cutest, and then Watson is a little terror, but he's still so cute. I'm just going on that same brush, the 217, and gonna go in with this end one here and just start darkening up that outer V. So that's my first life lesson. I thought I'd start off on a light note. If you are looking for a good family dog, small family dog, I would definitely recommend Pomeranians. They are really good, really cute, really good companions. My second life lesson is don't take yourself too seriously. I have been known to take myself a little bit too seriously sometimes, and I've just gotten to the point where I've learnt that life's too short to take everything so seriously, especially yourself. And life is so much more fun when you can have a laugh at yourself and have a dig at yourself for being a dick. And I feel like you attract better people. People are more inclined to be around you and are more like attracted to you if you don't take yourself so seriously. Like, you're more fun to get on with if you are happy to kind of take the mickey out of yourself and don't take things too seriously. I did grab out my Juvias palette, but I don't think I'll need any of the colours in here because I kind of want it to be... Actually, no, I might go in. So I've got my Nubian 1 palette by Juvias Place, and I'm just going to take this colour in the corner here. I'll go in with that 217 again by Mac, and just on that outer corner, just deepening it up even more. Life lesson number 3, life is what you make it. So if you are going around life being a miserable mope, then your life's gonna be miserable. Whereas if you have a positive attitude, you dream big, you're going to attract some good stuff into your life. I just think, like, you have people that are really depressed about things, and I mean, sometimes it is hard to get yourself out of a rut. The only one that is stopping you from getting out of a rut is yourself. So life is what you make it, and I don't want to be lying on my deathbed with any regrets. Number 5 is enjoy life. Like I was just saying, some people just make their own lives miserable, and the only one that you're affecting by making your own life miserable is yourself. No one else is really going to care if you are miserable. I mean, there's going to be some people that are going to care if you're miserable, but like, the only one that you are really affecting by being miserable is yourself. Enjoy life, make the most of it, and if you're not enjoying life, then try and find something that is going to help you enjoy your life. Just got my Anastasia Prism Palette here, and I'm just going to dip into Obsidian, and I have a Colourpop brush here, and I think this is a tapered blending brush, but I'm not sure. I think Colourpop have just started putting the names on their brushes. All the ones I have don't have any names on them. And I'm just stamping that on that outer corner and just dragging it across. Number 6. Makeup is meant to be fun. Some people just take makeup way too seriously. Makeup is supposed to be an art form. It's supposed to be a form of expression, a way to express your personality and your individualism. So use it, take it as an advantage to be artistic and have fun and create some looks that you wouldn't normally wear. Like, you don't have to wear them outside of the house. You could just grab out a palette and start playing with it in your own home, and that's how you're going to get better with your skills, better with your color theory, if you just play. Like, just play and enjoy it. Just have fun. Problem with like doing a smoky eye is it kind of looks shit until you finish it. I'm just got my Sigma tapered blending, and I'm just blending out that top edge there because it's getting a bit sloppy on this eye. Number 7 is to find a hobby. Obviously, as you can guess, my hobby is makeup. Along with like millions of other people. I went through school and uni. I spent 6 years at uni working my little tushy off, and I got to the end of uni and I kind of felt like I didn't know who I was. I kind of found makeup to be a form of expression and a way to show my personality. So I think a hobby is a good way to find yourself if you get lost. I think I'm gonna leave the black there, otherwise I'm gonna get carried away and it's gonna become too much. Kind of already has, but hopefully adding my glitter will bring it back to life. Number 7 is find something or someone that de-stresses you. My something that de-stresses me is makeup. My someone that de-stresses me is my husband Jack, and obviously my two favourite verbals, Sherlock and Watson. Giving them a big squeeze and a cuddle just makes me happy and whole again. I'm going to use my Stila glitters. So I'm using the Stila Magnificent Metal. This is a glitter and glow in Bronzed Bell. Now, in the same vein of de-stressing, the next life lesson is be with someone that brings out the best in you. I know we've all had that friend that's totally changed when they've been with a new boyfriend. Like, we all know we've had one of those friends, or somebody that's had a boyfriend and they've just turned into a total shit person. To be with somebody that brings out the best in you, and I feel like Jack does that for me. Jack's my person. I use a brush and dip onto the little applicators rather than putting this straight on my eye. I feel like I've got more control doing it this way, and I just prefer doing it this way. Starting in the middle and patting that on, and then working my way out, and just the other eye. Man, I love these glitters, they're so good. And just back with that brush that I was using before, I'm gonna go in with that brown that I was using in my Nubian palette just to blend those colors together. I'm just going to line my top line and do, I think, just a tiny little wing. Okay, so I just went ahead and finished my eyeliner off. My camera dropped out and I didn't notice. They're not really playing ball today. You think being my birthday that, you know, we could get along for once, but that's not the case. So I've done my eyeliner. I'm going to zoom out and finish off my face makeup and continue on with my life lessons. I'm going to start with primer. So where did I get up to? So life lesson number 10 is don't take your family for granted. So your family's not always going to be there. One day, as sad as it is to think of, my parents are going to pass away and I'm going to be without them. So I'm trying to enjoy every moment I have with them and not take them being there for granted, because I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have parents, or they don't have parents as good as mine. So don't take your parents for granted if you have good ones. So I'm just using the Tarte Clean Slate primer. Number 11 is you need to love yourself before someone else can love you. So I added this in here because I truly believe that if you don't love yourself, then you are not going to attract the right partner. You're going to be trying to find, I guess, something that you're missing in your personality instead of embracing that. And I don't know how to word this very well. I just feel like if you are not complete as a person, then you're going to attract the wrong people. And I had low times before I met Jack, and yeah, I met the wrong people and it didn't end well. And I felt like when I did finally find myself in a good place, I found a good person, I found a good match. Following on from that one is get yourself in the right headspace before you start dating someone, because you're not going to find a good person. So I'm just using my Smashbox contour sticks just to contour a bit, and I'm just going to blend that out with my beauty blender. I like to do these before I put my foundation on, because I find with these Smashbox sticks that they kind of do need a bit of movement. I feel like that upsets my foundation if I do this on top of my foundation rather than under it like I'm doing. Number 13 is, I guess, a really important one at the moment. We've had some issues in Australia at the moment with bullying, particularly in schools, and there's been a number of suicides recently to do with bullying, which just breaks my heart. I was bullied quite badly in high school, and my big life lesson from that is, I know it doesn't seem like it at the time, but life does get better, it does get easier, and once you leave high school, life gets better once you leave high school. I know, like, it feels like it's the end of the world at the time, and I've been there, I know what it feels like at the time, but it does get better. And I've been out of school now for almost 8 years, and I don't speak to anyone that I went to school with really. None of my close friends now are anyone that I went to school with, and like high school for me it was pretty horrible, I will admit. I had some pretty bad days when I was in high school and even primary school. I'm stronger for making it through, and I learned how to read people, I guess you could say, read them better, and be able to find people that I trust better and find people that I click with. I feel like I've learned all that from high school, being able to really know the kind of people that I want to associate with and not associate with. But I know when you're a teenager, it feels like it is the end of the world and that nothing's going to change and it's always going to be like that. But that's not true. Like, you finish high school and you can still speak to those people if you want to, or like you can do what I did and go overseas for a year and then come back and move towns and never see any of them again. So it's completely up to you. Like, you can write your destiny and you can change your future path. And then I'm going in with my NYX Stay Matte Not Flat. Number 14 is, you don't have to know what you want to do with the rest of your life at the age of 17 or whatever age you graduate. It's okay to take a gap year or take a couple of years just working part-time to decide what you want to do with your life. It's okay. You don't have to make a decision then and there. It is a big decision, and I think people put too much pressure on young people to make that decision quickly, and they're not given the opportunity to think about whether like doing a degree is something that you want to spend 20, 30, 40, $50,000 on and have to pay back later down the track. I don't think that's really explained to young people, and there's this big common misconception that you have to have a degree to be successful. That's not true at all. You don't have to have a degree to be successful, and if you don't want to be successful, then that's totally fine as well. That's completely up to you. Just going with my Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer on my Real Techniques blush brush. Number 15 is, money doesn't make everything better, but it certainly can make things easier. Money isn't everything. Money doesn't grow on trees either by any means, but having a little bit of extra money certainly can make things easier, makes paying bills easier, makes having money for activities easier. So it's not everything, and you can certainly live your life without being a millionaire, but it can make things easier. That is definitely a life lesson that I have learnt. Number 16, you don't have to wear makeup all the time. I love wearing makeup all the time, don't get me wrong, but it's okay to wear makeup outside the house, and it's okay to not wear makeup outside the house. Like, you do you, girl. You don't have to wear makeup all the time, but if you want to, go ahead. Number 17, makeup can give you a confidence that nothing else can. I used to be quite, I guess, introverted, and then I discovered makeup, and I felt like, it's bad to say that it's like putting a mask on and pretending to be someone else, but it kind of helps you be that person or that version of yourself that you want to be, that you don't have the confidence to be, and it helps you get to that point. It helps you have the confidence to I guess say what you're thinking and do what you want to do. And I just see some women, when they look at themselves after having their full face of makeup done, their eyes just like light up and they go, wow, I've never felt so beautiful before. So I think makeup definitely has a special power when it comes to empowering women and making them feel beautiful again. Number 18, this relates to number 1. I'm a dog person. I've discovered I'm a dog person. I mean, I love cats. I'm allergic to cats though, so by default, I'm a dog person. But if it came down to choosing to have a cat or a dog, I would hands down choose a dog any day. Like, give me 100 Pomeranians and I would be a happy lady. I've just got such a happy personality, which goes really well with my personality. I love how excited dogs get when they see you or when you get home from work, and it just makes my day when I see my 2 little boys wiggling with all excitement and wiggling like crazy when they see me walk in the door. So that just brings me great joy seeing them so excited to see me get home. Number 19, take your makeup off at the end of every day. This really helps your skin It's amazing how much of a difference you see in your skin once you start taking it off at the end of each day. I have a Colourpop liner here in the colour Get Paid. It's like this bronzy colour. I'm just going to pop this in my waterline, and then I'm just going to take my black Colourpop liner and tightline my top lash line. I'm going to add more glitter. I'm just going to go back in with my Badge the Bronze, and I'm going to stamp some glitter along my lower lash line. We'll use this one. It's a point and concealer brush, but I'm using the colour Diamond Dust, and I'm just going to pop this on my inner corner. Number 20, you don't have to do everything that society expects of you. So whether that is being skinny, whether that is going to university, whether that is having a corporate job, whatever society expects of you, you don't have to do it. You don't have to follow what society thinks is normal. You create your own normal. Next is enjoy being a kid. Kids these days, they want to grow up so quickly, but enjoy being a kid while you can, because you get to my age and you have to work 9 to 5 and you have to pay bills. It's horrible. So enjoy being a kid. Number 22 is be present. So when you're out with your friends, don't be sitting there on your phone. Be present. Enjoy the time that you have with your friends when you're there, when you're with them. Don't be worrying about what's happening on social media. Just putting some Tarte Slice Camera Lashes on, top and bottom. Number 23 is learn from your mistakes. Throughout your whole life, you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but what will differentiate you from everyone else is how you learn from those mistakes. Number 24 is it's okay to admit you are wrong, and it's okay to admit that it was your fault. People have more respect for you if you admit that you're wrong or it's your fault. You're less likely to get into more trouble if you admit that you made a mistake. I used to have a boss at work, and he would get livid. Like, he would yell at you and tear strips off you if he found out that you made a mistake. But if you went up to him and said, look, I've made this mistake and I'm not quite sure how to fix it, what do you want me to do? He would say, oh, just leave it with me, I'll fix it up for you, it's fine. But if he found out that you made a mistake and didn't tell him, he would just tear you to pieces, because he just appreciated honesty more than anything, which I respect. I respect that. Number 25 is never stop learning. There's always going to be something new to learn or try, so you will never stop learning, never stop wanting to learn how to do new things or learn new skills. And with the wonderful world of YouTube these days, it's a lot easier to learn a new skill quite easily from the comfort of your own home. Number 26 is life is hard, but every day brings a new opportunity. So there's always going to be something hard going on in your life. There's always going to be trials and tribulations throughout life. But with every new day, there's a new opportunity to make it better than the last day. I have a few bonus life lessons for you guys today. I'm just shelling out all the life lessons. Manners will get you a long way in life. I, myself, being in kind of a customer service role, I'll do anything for someone if they use their manners and ask politely. But as soon as some idiot comes to the counter and says, oi, do this for me, I'll go, get F. I'm just using my Sugar Glow Kit with Starburst. This is like my absolute favourite highlighter at the moment. Be polite. People will like you a lot more if you are polite. You will get a lot more from somebody if you're polite and use your manners than if you are a downright wanker. My last bonus life lesson is watch your tone with people, because quite often you'll say something completely innocent, but if you say it with an aggressive or angry or nasty tone, people will misunderstand what you're trying to say. A lot of the time you might be saying something completely innocent, but if you bark it at someone, then they're gonna arc up and tell you to get stuck. I'm using my Hourglass Confession Lipstick in My One Desire. I'm just going to finish off with some setting spray. This is the Mary Kay setting spray. So there you have it, guys. This is my final look for my birthday dinner. I hope you enjoyed this kind of style of video, my 26 life lessons in 26 years. Let me know if you have any life lessons that you've learnt in your lifetime, let me know them down in the comments box down below. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up for me if you liked it. Don't forget to click the subscribe button down below. Thanks for stopping by and clicking on this video, everyone, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye, everyone.